After 60, most people try to eat lighter. Doctors recommend lean meats, magazines call them heart-friendly, and hospital meals often include them. For years, we've believed that lean automatically means healthy. But the truth is a little more complicated. What we choose to put on our plates each day can quietly shape how we age, how strong our hearts stay, how sharp our memories remain, and how flexible our joints feel. This isn't about fear or restriction. It's about understanding how food interacts with a changing body and making small choices that truly support long-term health. Many meats that seem perfectly harmless can carry hidden ingredients that place extra stress on aging kidneys or blood vessels. These effects don't show up overnight, they build slowly, the way rust forms on metal that's left outside too long. By knowing which meats help us and which ones quietly work against us, we can eat with confidence instead of confusion. So today, we'll explore 4 meats that science now shows may be better left off the table and 4 that can actually nourish healing after 60. Let's begin with one that surprises nearly everyone: deli turkey. You see it sliced thin behind the counter, labeled as 97% fat-free, promoted as a clean, high-protein choice. It sounds perfect for seniors watching cholesterol. Yet most packaged or deli-style turkey isn't just turkey. It's turkey that has been soaked, preserved, and chemically treated so it can last weeks on the shelf. Those preservatives often include phosphate additives. In small amounts, they're harmless, but when eaten every day, they can push phosphate levels in the blood higher than the kidneys can comfortably handle. According to research published in the Journal of Renal Nutrition in 2021, older adults who consumed more than 75 milligrams of added phosphate per day from processed meats experienced roughly a 28% faster decline in kidney function over 2 years. That's the equivalent of losing several months of healthy kidney capacity without realizing it. Many deli sandwiches provide twice that amount in a single serving. There's also the issue of sodium. To keep slices tender and flavorful, manufacturers load them with salt, which can quietly raise blood pressure and stiffen arteries, especially when combined with the phosphate problem. Even products marked natural may still list sodium phosphate or flavoring on the label. Those words are red flags for anyone over 60. If you enjoy turkey, the good news is you don't have to give it up. The solution is simply to prepare it differently. Buy a fresh, unprocessed turkey breast, roast it at home with herbs, and store the slices yourself. This keeps the protein benefits without the chemical stress. Avoid smoked or cured versions, and whenever you shop, glance at the ingredient list. The fewer items you see, the kinder it will be to your kidneys and your heart. Making that one change, switching from deli slices to home-cooked turkey, can begin to ease strain on your body in just a few weeks. It's a small step, but one that helps your meals truly match the care you give to every other part of your health. Let's move on to a meat that needs no introduction: bacon. For many older adults, bacon is comfort food. It's the sizzling smell on a Sunday morning, the familiar crunch that makes a meal feel satisfying. But beneath the flavor and tradition lies a hidden risk, especially after the age of 60. Bacon is among the most inflammatory meats in the American diet. It's not just the saturated fat. The bigger concern is what's added to preserve it and enhance the flavor, specifically nitrites and nitrates. These chemicals are used to extend shelf life and keep bacon looking pink, but when cooked, especially at high heat, they can react with your stomach acid to form compounds known as nitrosamines. These are known carcinogens, meaning they've been linked to increased risks of colon and stomach cancer. But the danger doesn't stop there. For older adults, one of the more serious effects of eating bacon regularly is its impact on the arteries. According to a 2022 study published in the journal Circulation, seniors who ate processed meats like bacon at least 3 times a week had a 32% higher rate of coronary artery calcification. That's a fancy term for hardened arteries, which limit how much oxygen gets to your brain and heart. The same study also found a 21% increase in the risk of silent strokes, those small, undetected events that quietly damage memory before symptoms ever show. Still, bacon is deeply rooted in American kitchens, and giving it up can feel like losing a piece of comfort. But there are ways to enjoy the flavor without the long-term risk. One option is switching to nitrate-free turkey bacon from a trusted brand. Another is trying plant-based versions made with tofu or tempeh, seasoned with smoked paprika. They won't taste exactly the same, but they can satisfy the craving while being gentler on your arteries. And if you do choose to eat regular bacon, keep it to once a week at most, and never cook it until it's charred. That blackened edge might be crispy, but it carries the highest concentration of nitrosamines. With mindful choices, you can enjoy the flavors you love while protecting the health you've earned. Now let's talk about another popular meat that seems perfectly safe: grilled, skinless chicken breast. It's the go-to option for people watching their weight or managing blood sugar. High in protein, low in fat, no skin, grilled, not fried, it sounds ideal. But the concern isn't just about what it is, it's about how it's raised and cooked. In the U.S., over 99% of chicken comes from factory farms. These chickens are often raised in tight quarters, fed genetically modified feed, and exposed to antibiotics and synthetic growth agents. That means each bite may contain residues of those substances, along with an imbalance of inflammatory omega-6 fats. And when grilled at high temperatures, chicken breast can produce heterocyclic amines, chemical compounds linked to colon and pancreatic cancer. In a 2023 study from Environmental Health Perspectives, seniors who ate grilled factory-farmed chicken breast 3 to 4 times a week showed a 24% increase in liver enzyme levels and a 37% rise in systemic inflammation markers like interleukin-6 and C-reactive protein, both of which are strongly tied to aging-related disease. The solution isn't to give up chicken completely. Instead, look for pasture-raised or organic options whenever possible. And swap grilling for baking or slow cooking, which avoids the charring that creates toxic compounds. Avoid reheating grilled chicken in the microwave too, as it can worsen oxidation. With just a few changes, even a familiar favorite like chicken breast can go from risky to restorative. Now let's talk about a meat that's often seen as elegant, even luxurious: veal. It's usually praised as a leaner alternative to beef, tender in texture and high in protein. Some even view it as a cleaner red meat option, especially when the fat is trimmed. But for adults over 60, veal, and particularly veal organ meats like liver or kidney, may carry more risks than benefits. That's because veal contains high concentrations of heme iron and purines. While iron is essential for energy and cellular function, too much heme iron, especially from blood-rich meats, can lead to a type of internal stress called oxidative stress. Think of it as rust forming inside the body, slowly aging cells and tissues. At the same time, purines found in organ meats break down into uric acid. When uric acid levels build up in the bloodstream, they can trigger gout attacks, kidney stones, and increase the risk of stroke. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Gerontology, Medical Sciences found that older adults who consumed high heme iron meats like veal more than once a week experienced a 31% faster rate of cognitive decline. Even more concerning, they had a 49% higher risk of elevated uric acid levels that required medication. And it's not just about nutrients. The way veal is produced can also be a factor. Many veal calves are kept in confined spaces and fed iron-deficient diets to keep the meat pale and soft. That means the animal is under metabolic stress, and when we eat that kind of meat, we take in a concentrated form of those stress-related compounds. For seniors, who may already be managing joint discomfort, memory loss, or kidney strain, adding veal, especially organ cuts, may quietly add to the problem. If you've been told veal is safe in moderation, it's worth reconsidering. At this stage in life, moderation isn't always enough. A better option is to avoid veal altogether and instead choose small portions of grass-fed adult beef, or better yet, explore meats with anti-inflammatory properties. And one of the most overlooked among them is lamb. Lamb doesn't often get the spotlight in discussions about healthy meats, especially in the United States. But for people over 60, grass-fed lamb can be a powerful addition to the plate. It's naturally rich in conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, a fatty acid shown to reduce inflammation, support immune function, and help preserve lean muscle. It's also a good source of vitamin B12 and zinc, which are vital for nerve health and mental clarity as we age. In fact, a 2022 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition showed that seniors who consumed grass-fed lamb 3 times a week for 6 weeks experienced a 19% increase in lower body strength and a 27% reduction in inflammatory markers, including TNF-alpha. That means less stiffness, better mobility, and more energy throughout the day. Plus, lamb from pasture-raised sources is less likely to be treated with antibiotics or hormones, making it a cleaner protein choice. For best results, look for labels that say 100% grass-fed or pasture-raised. Avoid anything marked grain-finished, as that often means the animal was fed corn or soy in the final weeks before slaughter. To keep the benefits intact, try slow roasting lamb with herbs like rosemary and thyme. Not only do they bring out a rich flavor, but they also help reduce cooking-related oxidative stress. A warm lamb stew, gently seasoned, can be both healing and deeply satisfying, especially on cooler days when your body craves nourishment and comfort. While lamb offers strength and anti-inflammatory power, there's another meat that may be even more impactful, though it often gets overlooked because of its size and simplicity. That's sardines. These small, oily fish are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available, especially for seniors. Packed with omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, calcium, and vitamin B12, sardines deliver a concentrated dose of what the aging body often lacks. And unlike larger fish like tuna or swordfish, sardines are low on the food chain, meaning they carry almost no mercury. This makes them a safe, everyday option for protecting brain health and supporting heart function. According to a 2023 study published in Nutrients, older adults who ate sardines 5 times a week for just 8 weeks experienced a 17% improvement in cognitive reaction time and a 24% decrease in triglyceride levels. They also reported noticeably less joint discomfort, with many participants noting smoother mobility in the mornings. The reason for these benefits lies in the types of omega-3 second sardines contain EPA and DHA, which help reduce systemic inflammation and support the membranes of brain cells. Vitamin D, which is also found in high amounts in sardines, plays a critical role in mood regulation, bone strength, and immune balance, and yet many Americans over 60 are chronically deficient in it. Even just 2 ounces of sardines provide over 40% of the daily recommended vitamin D intake, along with calcium for bone density and B12 for nerve protection. For best results, choose wild-caught sardines packed in water or extra virgin olive oil. Avoid those preserved in soybean or cottonseed oil, as those oils can increase inflammation. If the taste is too strong at first, try rinsing them lightly. Then mash them with lemon juice or mustard and spread them on whole grain crackers. They're quick, versatile, and surprisingly satisfying, perfect for a midday snack that fuels both brain and body. Now, from small and oily, let's shift to something rich and slow-cooked: beef tendon. While it may not be trendy or pretty, beef tendon is a powerhouse of healing for aging joints. Tendons are the connective tissues that link muscles to bones, and when cooked properly, they become one of the most natural sources of collagen, glycine, and proline, 3 amino acids your body relies on to rebuild cartilage, improve skin elasticity, and maintain strong connective tissue. As we age, our natural collagen production declines, which is why joints feel stiffer, skin becomes thinner, and wounds heal more slowly. While collagen supplements are popular, eating whole food sources like beef tendon offers more than just raw materials. It also provides important cofactors like copper and trace minerals that help your body absorb and use collagen effectively. In a 2021 study published in the Journal of Clinical Rheumatology, seniors with osteoarthritis who consumed 60 grams of slow-cooked beef tendon 3 times per week experienced a 32% improvement in knee flexibility and a 44% reduction in morning stiffness within 8 weeks. To prepare it at home, simmer beef tendon in a slow cooker with ingredients like apple cider vinegar, garlic, onion, and turmeric. The long cooking process transforms the tough tissue into a soft, gelatinous broth rich in bioavailable peptides. You can drink the broth or enjoy the tender chunks over brown rice or root vegetables. It's nourishing, warming, and deeply restorative, especially for those who want to stay active, flexible, and free from daily joint pain. As we wrap up our list, there's one more healing meat you should know about: grass-fed bison. Sometimes called buffalo, bison meat is a red meat that's quietly gaining attention among health-conscious seniors. It looks like beef, cooks like beef, and tastes slightly sweeter and lighter, but it delivers a very different nutritional profile. For older adults looking to protect their heart, improve muscle strength, and reduce fatigue, bison may be one of the most powerful choices available. What makes grass-fed bison so special is its balance. It's leaner than conventional beef, which means less saturated fat, but it's also richer in key nutrients like iron, zinc, selenium, and even omega-3 fatty acids. These are the exact nutrients that become harder to maintain with age, and yet they're essential for keeping oxygen flowing to your brain, fighting infections, and supporting your thyroid and metabolism. In a 2022 study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging, older adults who replaced regular beef with grass-fed bison 3 times per week saw a 34% drop in LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and a 26% improvement in lower body muscle strength. They also reported significantly less fatigue during light exercise or uphill walking. Unlike many conventional red meats, bison is usually pasture-raised and not subjected to the same level of antibiotics, hormones, or grain feeding. This makes it easier to digest and less likely to cause bloating or inflammation. You can grill it, pan-sear it, or slow cook it, just like beef. The key is to look for labels that say 100% grass-fed, with no added preservatives or sodium. It's a great meat to use in chili, stews, or burgers, and because it's so nutrient-dense, you don't need a large portion to feel full and energized. And now, with all 4 healing meats laid out, lamb, sardines, beef tendon, and bison, let's take a step back and reflect on everything we've covered. We began with the meats you may want to avoid: deli-style turkey, bacon, grilled factory-farmed chicken breast, and veal, especially organ meats. These may be familiar foods, but for many seniors, they bring hidden risks like kidney strain, arterial damage, joint inflammation, and even faster cognitive decline. In contrast, the healing meats we've discussed offer your body the tools it needs to recover, stay strong, and age with vitality. What matters most isn't just removing harmful choices, it's replacing them with better ones. This isn't about giving up all comfort foods or fearing every bite. It's about understanding how the body changes after 60 and adjusting your meals to support those changes. Healing starts with awareness, then consistency, and finally, confidence. When you know what's helping your joints, your memory, your energy, you stop guessing and start living with more peace of mind. So now we'd love to hear from you. What meats do you eat most during a typical week? Have you noticed how they make you feel? Are you planning to make any changes after learning more today? Let us know your age, where you're watching from, and what shifts you might try. We read every comment, and we're responding with personalized tips based on your story. You never know, your experience might help someone else in this community make a life-changing decision. Remember, aging isn't about decline. It's about rediscovering what truly nourishes you, inside and out. And sometimes, it starts with something as simple as what's on your plate. Not all meats are created equal, but now, you have the clarity to choose wisely, the freedom to enjoy fully, and the power to support your body one delicious, healing bite at a time.